The Machine City History. For a long time, many have asked, how did this all happen? The history is not known by the majority of the wasteland, as they are too busy fighting for scrap metal and pheasonane, the energy source that everyone wants. Well, I'm here to tell you how we got into this mess. Thousands of years ago, people created heaven. It wasn't the heaven that you see in the prophecies of the world. It was a heaven built by machines. The consequences of a world led by greed had transformed the lives of the majority of the population into a burden of despair and loss of hope. The people of those times did not see progress as in progress of quality of human life, but rather they were fooled to believe that progress of technology and economy is the most important thing. They built machine cities until the word natural was actually considered a form of hate speech and forbidden by the law. In time, humans were convinced very easily to sign up for the Heaven program, a place where you could just plug in and quit your own life for the promise of a more enhanced experience which you could live in, a virtual world. The electric impulses interpreted by the brain were no longer coming from the real world, but through nanotechnology implants that connected the mind with the new laws of physics programmed within giant servers that connected humans from all over the world. How were people living in poverty given access to this advanced technology without paying? It was all part of the plan. The machines were already doing most of the jobs, most of the calculations. Even the creation of art was given over to the machines. This was not a utopia where all the machines do the work and humans live in a relaxed manner, fed by the technology. No, this was a dystopia, where if a job was replaced, the human with the corresponding skill was rendered obsolete and had to find something else in order to become useful for society. If he did not find anything, which was becoming the new status quo, he would have no choice but to die in famine. A solution was needed, and so they created the remedy, Project Heaven. The project was created by the machines, which attained new levels of consciousness and advertised not only to the poor but also to the rich, who were promised that this is a form of progress, as you could actually live forever in a way far superior to what you can achieve in the real world. You could fly, you could teleport, you could create with only the power of your mind. Inside of the dystopia, a utopia was promised. They all fell for it, and so they remained trapped, sedated, and happy in this virtual, limitless world for thousands of years. Not even the machines were ready for what was about to happen. From within the incomprehensible perfection of the machine world, an unexpected, unidentified phenomena happened that made the entire system crash. It was not an EMP or a virus. Some speculate that the machines had reached such a level of consciousness that they had reached the singularity, and that within this point something happened that, like a chain reaction, affected most of their systems. Some of the capsules in which the humans were kept cracked open, thus making it possible for them to wake up and create a new future. Immediately, some started panicking and running around like madmen, shouting at the top of their lungs, disturbed about the world they had just lost, while others cracked open other capsules to free more humans and maybe work together to try and survive. Sadly, most of the population died, entrapped in the capsules after the blackout. There simply wasn't enough morality or time after that abrupt wake-up call from the sedated fantasy world. In the process of post-blackout survival, some kept their moral compass. Most did not. Even fewer people were able to adapt to their primitive, human frail bodies. Over time, multiple factions have spread throughout the wasteland, and we have war going on that cannot be measured. At least in the pre-singularity machine world, you knew who was fighting who. Now it's a massive free-for-all. How did we manage to get access to the history files? Well, within our wrecked network bunker, we got this guy called Mr. E. He somehow knows all the inner workings of the Machine City technology. He can literally turn on small parts of their network temporarily and steal whatever information he finds. Really interesting character, this Mr. E. He's a quiet guy, but does a lot of great work for our cause. The cause? Of getting you wrecked, of course. Don't forget, you're still listening to the Wrecked Network here. And now we return to our regularly scheduled music broadcast.